We are back on Taking Care of Business on Koerner Radio, News Talk 1180, 1230 KGEO, and 1410 KERI. Our in-studio guest, political consultant, Cathy Abernathy. So, Cathy, we're going over the propositions, and we're going to run out of time with you. I wish we had 2 hours to do this show. Next,
I'll talk faster.
No, you're doing great. Next is Prop 32.
Prop 32. It's called California Paycheck Protection. Number one basic thing it does is that it encourages more individual donation and not corporate donations, so that it's people writing checks. That makes it similar to what happens in a congressional race or presidential race. So it says it stops corporate contributions. They put that in there because that'll make some people happy. But what's really important is the next one. Public employees, that's your teachers, your fire, your police, your prison guards, all the state employees, they get taken from their paycheck without their approval before it even gets to them. You know, that gross net business. By the time they get their net, they have already sent, for teachers, it's about $980 a year to the political fund of these labor unions. And then you have no control over how it's spent. And all we're saying is let these teachers, let these employees vote first with their hand. They can say yes or no, I want it taken. Don't take it from them and then make them beg for it back, because you know what happens in unions when you do that. So when this is passed in other states, it's cut the donations to these political union PACs, government PACs, by 80%. And then let these people spend the money on the politicians they want to spend it on and keep it in their own pocket to do it. But it's really important because the hold in Sacramento on spending is all about the power of the money behind all these public employee unions. It's not the doctors, it's not the dentists, it's not the realtors, it's not the bankers. It's the Public Employee Political Action Committee taking it from your employees' paychecks that we pay for before they even get it.
Yeah. Now, for those of you that have listened to the program for any length of time, this is something that we've been involved in really since the beginning, about 3 years ago. So definitely a yes. And to me, if you were going to vote on anything at all, this would be the most important thing to vote on, Proposition 32.
I'm pretty sure we'll be able to kill the tax increase at Prop 30 and 38, but you still want to do it. But Marty's point is this will change political campaigning, the political power in the state, and put it back on the individual, and that's healthy.
Sure, and the ad's very misleading. The opponent's ad says, well, this is enhancing special interests. And I like the rebuttal. The rebuttal was, hey, take a look at this thing. And you'll see that
it goes after all sides.
Yes.
But most importantly, it gives freedom of choice to public employees to spend their paycheck on politics if they want to and with who they want to give it to.
A definite yes on Prop 32. If you do nothing else on Election Day, vote yes on Prop 32.
Prop 33. I'm saying yes mainly because we shouldn't even have to vote on this, but because the state regulates business so bad, automobile insurance companies can't offer certain kinds of policies without changing some state law. And I think, pick and choose who you want to buy your auto insurance from. And if they want to reward you, if you're a long-time buyer of auto insurance, let them reward you, for goodness sakes. Let them do what they want. You can you can buy from these folks right here.
Yeah, I'm an insurance agent. I love this thing. I think
especially
it's only fair.
When half the Kern County doesn't have auto insurance.
Well, yeah, you should be in L.A. It's even worse.
Yeah,
okay, so yes on Prop 33.
Yes, give a yes to that. Prop 34, it says end the Death Penalty Act. Let me tell you, the arguments the side uses that wants you to support that is that, well, it costs so much money, there's so many lawsuits when they're on death row, and to keep them there for 50 years costs, gazillion dollars. So let's not have a death penalty. I would say, no, let's make it not cost so much to stay there. Let's not have the highest price run prisons in the United States. But we do. And the reason we do, it goes right back to Prop 32. The unions of the workers in these prisons have so much power, the money has so much power that they keep raising the cost. So, I think we can figure out a way to put a death row person locked up without burning up more money. For goodness sakes, locks have been working good for 100 years here. So definitely we want to keep it. It is important to have. I don't think anyone that's going to commit murder or anything else should ever think for a moment that they couldn't be put to death for that.
So it's no for Prop 34?
No for Prop 34.
Okay. Prop 35.
This is this human trafficking for sex. It is the saddest thing in the world. No civilized society should allow. This is to make tougher sentences on it, so that what happens when you don't have a tough enough sentence, they don't prosecute.
Right.
So we need to say very much a yes on Prop 35.
There was a movie just came out on that.
Yes,
which is
last
very
weekend.
Good movie I saw the other day.
What's the movie?
Trait of Innocence.
Oh,
it was produced by Bill Brighthouse, I think it is.
Oh, yes,
Yes.
yeah.
From Kern County.
Yeah, I think it's still at the Maya Cinemas.
Right.
Oh,
Excellent
good.
movie, worth seeing. It'll bring
Yeah.
tears to your eyes.
Yeah, that's the whole reason why we even have to put something as sordid as this on the ballot. The punishment isn't serious enough to stop
So-
to have law enforcement work on it.
Ridiculous. So yes on Prop 35.
Mm-hmm.
Prop 36.
Well, we're saying a no vote there. That's called California Three Strikes Reform. It's not reforming it. What it's doing basically is absolving anyone who's guilty of drug crimes from having that in their total of 3. I don't think anything we want to do in this state is just to make it easier for people that are on drugs or committing drug crimes. If anything, we should make it tougher. So let them know in advance. You get caught 3 times, you're done for.
Mm-hmm.
And so let's not soften 3 strikes. It has shown a 37% drop in crime since it passed. Let's not do something as stupid as reverse it.
We're having a conversation with political consultant Cathy Abernathy.
Next proposition, Marty.
So Proposition 36, a no.
That's correct.
Proposition 37.
All right, this is this so-called genetically engineered food initiative. It's a no vote on that. They're trying. It's really written by lawyers that want to be able to sue on food labeling more than they already do. The FDA, and if we have to go by them, they're pretty well recognized in this country as they're not crazy with their rulings. They are saying that there is nothing more dangerous in genetically engineered foods than regular food, and so they do not think this is necessary. And it's only necessary if you're a lawyer and you want to sue.
So basically, Prop 37 is a full employment act for attorneys.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Do you have any idea how many lawsuits are filed in California or in Kern County a year or a day?
I don't have the number.
Thousands.
Thousands.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Thousands.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
And then you
amazing.
wait years to get a good. If you have a really serious, legitimate case, you're behind all that
Oh, yeah.
frivolous stuff.
Frivolous.
And this is doing the very same thing.
Exactly. So Prop 37 is a no.
Is a no.
Okay. Now, and plus, the other side thing is it's going to increase food prices like crazy because all the manufacturers are going to do is just pass on the costs. And one of the costs will be insurance because insurance is going to go up because of all the lawsuits. So it's ridiculous.
How did people live in this country for hundreds of years before they had, food police after them? Somehow people have lived to a ripe old age without it. So
Eating worms and dirt as a kid. I remember
That's
doing
right.
that, So. Okay, so Prop 38.
Although we do need some police for the way people dress. The dress
that's an
police.
inside joke here at the studio.
Especially at the beach. If
Okay.
Moses saw some of those outfits, there'd be another commandment. On that note, Prop 38.
Urging a no vote on Prop 38. That's another state income tax increase. It's competing with the governor. It's the wealthy daughter of a billionaire buddy of Warren Buffett's. She's got a lot of money to spend. She put this initiative on the ballot. It's to raise taxes, just like Prop 30. No vote. We don't need to send Sacramento more money. Figure out a way to make do with what you've got.
One of
So-
the things I hear a lot of times is vote no on 30 and yes on 38.
Well, that must be from the authors of 38. I
Yeah,
guess.
you're saying no on both of those.
No, on
tax
both. They're both
increases.
tax increases. We don't need to send Sacramento more money, for goodness sakes.
Ugh.
If the governor signed 800 new laws last September, a year ago September, and just got a whole slew more, you know how much that costs
Yeah,
in
but won't tax
implementation?
increases reduce our deficit?
and create more jobs.
I would have fallen off my chair, but I know Clay's joking. So
So what happens if one of these passes? I mean, one of these
Oh,
can
it-
pass and take
it
effect.
has to have more votes than the other one,
Right.
basically.
Okay.
But-
So it's one or the other.
And it's likely that most people, sadly, start voting and they drop off by the time they get to 30, the last
Sure,
5. So
sure.
I don't see that this one will get more than the other, but
Good.
I'm hoping they both fail.
Good. So no on 38.
All right. 39, again, a no vote. This is California trying to punish companies who left California for good reason because of all the laws they pass in California that drives business out. And, I can't believe the arrogance of this state when they try to then figure out a way, well, if you're a company in Minnesota and your shoes sell in Bakersfield, that we want to hit you up as a company in Bakersfield. It's just absurd. So a no vote on 39.
But keep in mind that they didn't build those companies.
No.
Oh, I love it. Prop 40.
Prop 40, urging a yes vote. All this really does. It kind of changed over time in a court case that happened in between the time it qualified and now. So basically, a yes vote will keep the state Senate districts that were drawn in effect. They're running in them anyway, so it's kind of a moot point. So a yes vote on
It's
that.
kind of silly.
So
okay,
if you want to increase taxes and have the union run the state, vote opposite of everything we said.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've got a little less than a minute left. I just want to run through this. Prop 30 is a no. 31 is a no. 32 is a definite yes. 33 is a yes. 34 is a no. 35 is a yes. 36 is a no. 37 is a no. 38 is a no. 39 is a no. And 40 is a yes.
You got it.
Great. Cathy, we got to have you back after the election.
Thank you. If I can just quickly add, I don't want people to be upset that there's so many initiatives on the ballot. It is the only thing we have, and we use it sometimes for good use. Okay? And the only reason there's 10 on there is because Jerry Brown stopped letting them be on the June ballot, and he's put them all in November because he thinks he can defeat them and pass them that way. So don't be upset there's 10 and think we should do away with initiatives. It is our only hope against that legislature.
We'll see you in 167 hours on Taking Care of Business on Koerner Radio News Talk 1180.